Yes?
Так, у нас есть знания. Нужно разблокировать. А можно что-нибудь выучить? Угу. Ого, сила воли 2. Почему? Урон. Мне, конечно, вот это надо качать, и вот это надо качать. Или мысли. Что мне было по мысли? Какие мысли? Мне нужны... мне нужно открыть ящик. Угу. С детективом поговорить. Так, суперзвезду я, по-моему, выучила. Так. Угу. Визуальный анализ еще много надо. Так, ну значит пока оставим. Так, у меня все выучено. Да.
The window stands broken in its frame.
Вроде все обыскал.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Сложно. Интересно.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face.
Маловато.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There are several footprints in them. Sitting at a desk, Lieutenant Kitsuragi fiddles with a pen, then writes something on the paper in front of him. There are several Sitting at a desk, Lieutenant Kitsuragi fiddles with a pen, then writes.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, like a.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing your. Yeah?
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Or what? You'll fucking vomit on Kuno too,
Ну,
pig?
попробуем.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Ощущением. Любопытно, поясни.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Непонятно, что из этого выйдет в итоге.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other.
Idiot. You bungled it up.
Не то?
That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad...
Try to fuck my Kuno. Try to fuck my.
A chill comes over you, the wind from the boulevard south, lashing you for trying to separate them, for trying to take the street out of Kuno. You were too put. Just look. While Kuno has no problem being near you, she always hides behind the fence. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence. She came up with that psychopathic scheme. Also, all in all,
Что за повторяет?
Kuno respects.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She smoked a man.
Stop talking to him. Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it.
Ну,
They're
господи.
separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal. Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know. Fuck knows. She says it's the crazy people.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The nakis and runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there, I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno-S, two of a kind.
Cause she fucking looks like Kuno.
То есть она все-таки сестра.
No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was psycho killer.
Ой. В каком смысле?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. Caesar.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours.
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Разыгрывает, наверное.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. Kuno,
His little green eyes.
are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty I knew you pigs were too naive for this shit.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take...
This is what it all comes down to.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand? Alright, now we can do business.
Чахи.
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded. Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Dirty Popo Man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Может быть, его отец этот местный криминальный элемент. Как его там, Эврар или что?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol.
Ну да,
He doesn't give a
похоже.
shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most
Блин,
violent man in
что?
Revachol? In your condition?
Стойкость. Ну, понятно. Надо подхиляться. Мне это надо завтра сделать.
Like half. A baggie, but like in this vial. Fuck you talking about half.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Это надо завтра спросить или потратить сейчас это. Надо поспать, конечно.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
О, нет, это рано. Я борец за справедливость. А в чем разница? Справедливость.
Sure. Comfort.
So half of a half is a quarter, right? We're probably talking about a quarter gram here.
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead.
Это надо с напарником
That's it.
вернуть.
Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit. Yeah?
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Пропал. Этот вариант ответа пропал из-за того, что мне хп не хватает. Стой.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Kuno's
End of conversation. Very strong. You
probably climbed. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Mesco or I don't know. Someone Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. Just alone.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Your test.
Get lost,
Ну, понятно, у меня
Kuno
появился
doesn't-
квест, но я не прошла проверку на стойкость, потому что била всякие фонарные столбы и мусорки. Мгм. Так. У меня почти еще один левел, чтобы вкачать. М-м-м. Восприятие. Восприятие, наверное, надо дальше качать. Чтобы видеть больше.
There are several sitting at a desk.
Так, у меня есть квест. Не обязательно. Ну что ж с ним делать тогда? Так, ну это потом.
The dented yellow mailbox. The mail collection.
Так, я так понимаю, больше не качается. Как квест на... Ты сделал. Мгм.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Until you come up with something at that intersection, I'm afraid I have little else. No, this is thousands of liters.
She simply nods.
More lessons in basic reality?
Так, это надо
My favorite part of the
сохраниться.
day. Go ahead, ask me anything. The girl in the old lady rags. Looks like a sullen... Yes, she prefers a fantasy world. An young people who dye their hair. All right. What next?
Немножко опыта.
We're in Martinez. You would be excused for not knowing about it. I would be happy to. What? Unimportant. As I said, they are what they... Anyway, enough sentimentality. There's nothing more. Yes. That... Permit me to conclude with this. And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of a bird? A Svenicid? Some sort of krill hunter? Of course you're not, my dear. Of course. Ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance.
Так, надо сейвнуться.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality?
What is?
What world? The only one, I suppose.
The camera of her mind glide.
Great bodies of... There is a term... Elysium. It does. A term of hatred that originates like many such things. Oh. Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside. Sideways. That's looking...
ORG. Oxid.
There's a steadily... Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. They say there is... I am sorry, but this is one of the greatest questions of our time. You have missed... It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it. But you already have.
The cold sea. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on...
What world?
The camera of her mind glides over the surface.
Great body. There is a term... Elysium. Not in... It isn't in... They're like you and I suppose. Living organisms don't... It does. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Petra. Oh. Great things are difficult. We used to think...
O-R-G.
There's a steadily... Yes. You seem to be... They say... I am sorry, but this is one of the greatest questions. I don't know, but yes.
She does not seem convinced that you'll be fine. If anything, she's realizing how deep your condition runs.
You have missed... It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very... See?
The cold... Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing
Так
there.
вот
The
сердце.
pale is not. It is the opposite of reality. Okay. The pale is Isola, windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, an oceanic, achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or any. It's difficult to... The further into pale you travel... No, detective.
As your gaze instinctively turns north,
Yes. And up... Imagine... The most disco thing... Oh.
a squall of birds.
It is... But it is still hard for humans to navigate the extent... Some say... They call it... It feels...
It's more for her. Way more.
No name...
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution.
Up to my gills, officer. Entrepreneur... There are some... Nothing. We remain... Hybrid air... In essence, then they don't. The pale... What do you think, detective? Precisely. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists. Most people... I suggest you do the same.
Так, ну вроде как мы все с ней обсудили.
Yes. Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Beyond curious.
О, Господи.
Tell me, what do you think of the pale?
Странные ответы. Политические, нейтральные и такие какие-то однобокие. Ужас, наверное.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you
То есть
don't
есть
know
какой-то
even this,
конкретный
then...
ответ. Я справлюсь, у меня все под контролем. Это шедевр. Да, шедевр.
I hope so.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Так, поговорили. Вроде бы еще. По идее, нам нужно риторику. Риторику и визуальный анализ. Либо чтобы было куда изучать еще вот это. Но на самом деле, чем больше будет здесь, тем быстрее откроется там. И вот это еще не выучилось. М-м-м-м. Можно, конечно, скорость реакции. Самообладание еще бы нам качнуть. Даже не знаю. Это для расследования. Стойкость у нас на 0. Давайте риторику. У нас 20. Так, пока все.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Пока все. Есть что.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Ничего. Тут все спят, наверное, да? Сейчас посмотрим без напарника, что там в этой квартире. Потом сходим с напарником. О! Вот это я молодец. Вот это восприятие. — 16 дней холодного апреля. По идее, времени должно идти. Тут я все
Crinkle
сделала.
chewing you carefully. In your hands you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekatina Dar. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands. It would do that in Grad. You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author. She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you. In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes. It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Конечно, еще. Ой, боевой дух.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence.
То есть боевой дух завязан с ХП. Офигеть.
He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one.
Немножко английского.
The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit. As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final, the back cover, she can't be much up in cold, As ethnic, it would physically hurt you to keep reading.
Ага. У меня падает опять.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. He toils through. She spends the memory of their short time spent together, tortures the as life leaves their remains between them.
Ну, понятно, я 3 хп сейчас. Ладно. Просто сейчас потом ее прочитаем. Это вообще не к спеху. Возьмем ее. Ничего нет. Тоже.
Plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns.
Господи.
The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Так, это потом. Так, сохранимся на всякий случай.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Secured to the doorframe, no response. The apartment, you'll need to equip the chair.
Так.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Snip. The cutter goes, you can just go in now.
А как присесть? Никак? Никак. Так, пакетик. Ого, значит, они все-таки учатся.
A phone book lies open on the table. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
Так, ну мы ребенку котиков точно не отдадим.
Bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka. Some in the dark, it looks like a nest.
Зачем? Зачем протянуть руку?
Something underneath there. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol and God knows what else. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
И тебе помочь, он храпит. По-моему, все окей. Как минимум дышит.
The pile of blankets grunts. It's hard to say if there's anything left you could do. Silence. Only heat emanate. A lump of flesh. And look, a groan rises from the man's throat. The light from the window is weak, but it seems like he is. His wild, unwashed mane bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest, no response. His half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man.
Fucking Kev.
Ну, если что, загрузимся. Загрузимся.
The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the and then it dawns upon you, clear. A pig, he says. He's trying to call you a pig. His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
Ну ладно. Хоть опыта дали.
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing.
Так, ну тут больше ничего нет. Жалко, Кицураги не было. Балкон. Балкон. Ну, надо проверить. Вряд ли там что-то есть. Ого. Вот оно, восприятие. Надо еще качнуть. Что это? Угу. Понятно. Так, штанишки. Хорошие штанишки. Угу. Пока что оставим. А тут что? Мальчик, наверное, расстроится, мягко говоря. Кто там наблюдает-то? Это не открывается, наверное, да? Так. Так, ну сохранимся.
This door is made of metal and no one looks like he isn't home.
А, это в 21 точно. Он, по идее, футболку должен сейчас увидеть. Да, видит. Но денег, наверное, нам не хватит.
Wow, a very oh yeah, The print depicts a muscled man, smells like worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is...
You're not imagining it. Photon emission?
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed teas, but this one was just... I wouldn't go... Most people don't think that the man from... I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really. Exactly. Besides...
Very, very...
2 real.
Чуть-чуть не хватает.
But why? I sympathize, I do, but this is a for-profit enterprise. 2 real. Oh, it is. But why? I deal in goods. 2 real. Oh, but why? I suppose that makes sense, yes. Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Hjelmdal.
Серьезно? Грубая сила. Так, это сюда. Это тоже можно продать. А у меня место может закончиться, да? Интересно, куда же это потом скидывать? Так.
All the old...
А, нет, он без фонарика. Сейчас. Так, это вот сюда тоже.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. You were, and I don't...
He's not telling you the whole story.
You weren't. You were very... When I said...
You sucked on a very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
15 real. No apologies necessary. She didn't seem like a policeman. Truth be told, she was terrifying. I hadn't considered that. This is my
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
You were at, and I don't...
He's not telling you the whole story.
You weren't. You were very... When I said...
You suck very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
It certainly does. Especially in Revachol. You were... And I...
He's not telling you the whole story.
You were very when I said...
You suck very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape. The light swirls.
Of course. Sure thing. She didn't. Truth be told, she was terrified. Oh.
He steps further.
She did. Truth be told, sure.
He's doubtful. But
My...
a needle in a haystack. There is...
Sure, man. I doubt it, but I can try and...
The pawnbroker's gaze is...
Sure. Let me have a look. So, Baptiste, so, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you $3.20 for it. A pin from 31, or... Sure. I can keep it behind the counter for a week, but only if you pawn it right now. Sure thing. So, do you want to sell anything? Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Интересно, это кому-нибудь нужно вообще? Оружие самое дорогое. Но пока нет. А, я же должна была у нее денег попросить.
I'm not and a
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me
Братан.
sparking in the light of the projector!
another time, perhaps.
Так, ну тут вроде как все. Сорок. Так, а тут что?
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the
visual
blonde
analysis.
boy depicted.
Следующий будет визуальный анализ. Так, а тут ничего, и сюда не попасть. Угу. Так, это не работает. Не работает. Не идут. Не идут.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Так, а чё? Про деньги вообще нет, что ли?
What would you like to know? Good. Until you come up with something at that intersection, I'm afraid I have little else to tell you. But I'll try. Ask. We did. Well, no. This is thousands of litres of raw... How do you think they're fine? It's true they drove a number of the local business. Precisely.
It sounds like she tried. She simply nods.
What we do. I'm of the Pines, and that is the terminal. Another... I'm not at liberty...
A billion?
Неудачи, энциклопедия неудачи. А сколько? 11, 9. Не хватит. И, по-моему, ничего нет для энциклопедии.
It's a It's made of 120 billion. A conglomerate the size of the wild pines is like a shark. They start centuries of care. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible? There are no...
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Так а где варианты про деньги-то?
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
Брала вроде денег. Капец. Ну. Ладно, с девочкой теперь можно поговорить. Девочка.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Pigs come to take me out! Trying to snuff me out! Then why are you sneaking up? Trying to sneak up on me?
Ну что она еще может сказать? Интересно.
Trying to sneak. Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me.
Интересно.
Are you pigs come to take me out? Faggoty. Look at the ass. Trying to sneak up on me.
Ну, видимо, ничего.
This orange machine, you slip your finger if you want to try.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and...
Ну ладно, видимо, нет.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a cup inside, a secret. It means this is a good find. Really justifies coming down here. The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. This old diagram for radio freak unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system. Perhaps whoever decided a list of names, all of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working. Nothing. Your flashlight, some of the writing has faded with age. These light translucent. Who are all those? One of the Welkins. towering among the... It's the hull door. Your eyes glide up the photo collar. Entire, you see primitive oil rigs, albeit a pinned postcard reads. This, it looks a bit like an academic calendar. As time goes, a note in the bottom left corner, the handwriting, the full text reads. Outside, a cold... Tiles on the cube are still like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. The speaker.
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Proceed.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube. The filament slides out of its glowing.
Ничего нет.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog.
Многовато. Скрипят? Ну так, не знаю, вскрывай. Нету? Нет.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Так, ну, видимо, надо идти спать. Есть книга, которую надо прочесть. Я попробую осмотреть Телу.
This trash can with a well, don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. You see, a box falls into pieces among the thread as the legs of... Are these the victim's clothes? This feels like something you should return to with Lieutenant Kitsuragi present. Also, it makes you feel like an idiot for not having an evidence bag on you. What will you do with a dead man's trousers? It's just nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic. Something larger. A clipboard.
You asking me now? It's some shit copper. How should I...
Hey, maybe it's your...
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Does Kuno care? Alright, see, that's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distracted him. That's some sick shit. Tell your little... Kuno wants to hear all about it. But first, we split the kilo. Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Расстроится, наверное, мягко говоря.
All right. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig.
Tell him, Kuno!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more.
Major fucking...
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving. Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
Он может убить.
Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we...
I told you he can't be trusted.
Relax, see? We got plenty of Kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about... This is about you and Kuno.
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans.
Yeah, we got plans.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Кто мы-то, я одна ходила.
What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window. Yeah, Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit, stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
Так себе перспективка.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck are you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing. Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
Yeah, so fucking what? Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
He's trying to fuck you.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit. Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
Fuck right there were. Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. That's right. It's a shithole.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
Интересно, как это потом обернется.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Интересно, у меня было. Обычно сохранили quick save. Quick save, наверное. Ну ладно, будем так играть. Чтобы там потом ни было.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
А я не могу. Ну, все, идем спать.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Визуальный анализ. Директорика. Визуальный анализ.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white. There's a piece of... It's a metaphor for you. Face the desolation. Below the pathetics, terror. The acidics, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls. Probably called Fermi Discrete. Or, if you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it? So you wanted to get in on the... Your nose is somewhere between grateful and resentful. In the back, then rip them from the binder and... 3. The topmost are misconduct. A monetary penal. These are all in a print so small it could be a dozen. Color of the irises. Predation mark. Yes, the rest of the stinking cellular. They're not exact. Once in a while. Work. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. Yes, yes. Others appear. It's going to take an effort. A lot. Does it? It feels like you don't exactly close them so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Так, то есть нужно все кости купить. Ну ладно.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the... If you want... It's not though. It's toilet paper. Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic. Arson, petty theft, you don't exactly. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting. The surface looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility. To be honest, somewhere, a bunch of sodden papers, an aluminium block, the surface looks like an official, not good. A bunch of sodden papers sags. It's made of dark blue blue, the blue heart. Something small inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Надо еще, не знаю, сохраниться, да.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers. It's proving to be... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together.
72%. Извините меня. Многовато. Для провала.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric 41 is your... It's safe to say those are the initials of the officer responsible for the case. Your initials. Feeling. Is it probably for the best? It takes about half an hour to piece. This one is relative. The mural is true love. People, the case files do not. The crew agree. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us. Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man? AKA, you were so... Leslie, the only way for Leslie to stop... You would think that, but you... Threatening. Fine. It's plain to see from the files that you... Satellite of good, you're learning. He must have, in the process, he came at, can't get out of, which is also why the officer responsible, it would be, that's all you, who knows. Don't worry, one day. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it, in the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway, you know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it. Insufferable. They were leaving it cigarette butts. No, you didn't have murder. Tum. Beaten to death. Joseph Mills was... Mills didn't get off the pot. No. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills is... Yeah, no one and Mills has no... See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah. Smoking hookah. Murder. Beaten to death. Joseph Mills didn't. No. Okay. So the case is handed to you. Yeah. No one and Mills has... See? You can't even read... Yeah. Smoking hookah. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard. It takes about half an hour to piece... Not much has changed.
Так, ну, сохраниться, попробовать открыть и выбросить. Выбросить.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just... Without resistance, 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. It smells exactly like the gum wrapper you found. Familiar a young woman in her 20s. Harry, throw it away, please. A merciful...
Let go.
Frisson covers your entire body. a feeling of cold, a persistent chill. No, don't throw away the baggie. There's dust on the drug baggie. It's not good, but at least it's some kind of way to be together. Just like that, the wind picks it from your fingers. Cold, they let go. A small piece of paper, and above the distant streets and the 8 synapses can be for the 80th under precinct 41, where typewriters fight. The wind carries the keepsake away from you. No, you should not have thought back at it. Now some of it is on your mind again.
То, что нужно вот это изучать дальше. 10 часов. Охренеть. Так, а нам не хватит, да?
The ledger of
Oblivion is a special...
Without resistance, the words just... Who do you think? You. 2 octopuses. It's slightly, ever so slightly.
Так, ну, вроде как. Авторитет, внушение, внутренняя империя. Угу. Ну, внушение, ладно, внутренняя империя у меня, в принципе, много. Инструменты. Вот так. И авторитет у меня норм. Ну, вроде все.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Stay away from me, pig. I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Так, ну я вроде оттуда все взяла. Визуальный анализ 2. Куда? Понятно.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
4.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Интересно даже.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't. And then sleep doesn't come.
Почему?
Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Grease.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Ого. Хорошо, что не фонарик только. Я же не могу ничего взять. Угу. Не пускает дальше. Порно-шар. О, боже.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Что происходит?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Гарри? Нас зовут Гарри. Я ничего не помню.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Меня бросили, я ушел. Чью? Отвечай, что происходит. Я ничего не скажу, пока ты не объяснишь, кто такой. Чью?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
Куда ушел?
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me. Do you remember the love of your life?
Ну, учитывая, что я знаю, что там за карточка, там было что-то про предательство, которое выбросил, чтобы получить вот это едкое эхо. Вроде как кто-то кого-то предал, но пока непонятно, кто конкретно. Бросили.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Так, перевели аккуратно.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Я могу все вернуть.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Что такое Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Я пытаюсь расследовать преступление.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Ремонтировать, я так понимаю, никто ничего не будет.
Good going, buddy. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to. Speed is you got up from this floor because of a holy vow. You don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect without it. It's that simple. Of course, you and Speed will be happy again.
Я думала, будет мысль какая-то, она мне квест дала. Не то. Не хватает. Кицураги. 7:33. Может, я успею? Пока он спит. Ого. Нет, я без... Нет, 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 не бегай за мной, нет. Кошмар. Блин, а можно как-нибудь с балкона спрыгнуть? Не работает.
Morning.
Доброе.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
О чем нам с
A
ним?
lot of things point to the dock workers union. The circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Actually, that's not a lot of things. We should have dug up more yesterday. Still, we need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Так. Так. Едкое эхо. Сила воли. Ждищ.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Погнали.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully, but aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you.
Choice. Интересно, сколько нужно логики, чтобы узнать, как его зовут. И я не могу пока больше. Суперзвезда -1. Мне нужно логику еще прокачать. Вопрос в том, как это сделать. Карта. А что тут? Средний. Визуальный анализ. Ну, можно попробовать, конечно. Сохраниться.
A thin man is, as you step in, he nods toward the table. It must be his name. Garancy.
Нет.
Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative. A thin man is, as you step in, it must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Quebec.
Но мне еще нужно
Sounds
немножко.
representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He looks up at you. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's... He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of...
Speak Revacholian? We speak Suren. There is no such thing as the Revacholian.
The cook is still smoking.
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Понятно. Ладно, пока логика далека от идеальной.
You see a heavy steel. The kobold. The door does not.
Видимо, еще рано. Hello.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Получается, я буду на скамейке ждать. Then
why are you wasting my...
Yes?
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the...
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine.
But you have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday.
Сегодня вторник.
What?
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Шлюз, по которому можно перейти на другой берег, сломан. Они, наверное, просто застряли с той стороны.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock? Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night.
Да, пожалуйста.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Вижу его, скажу, что вы здесь, когда А вернее, если окажусь на том берегу.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Отлично.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
Мне еще нужна скорость реакции, наверное. Подкачать визуальный анализ и риторику.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
Reeds? Reeds.
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Как вы познакомились?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
У меня энциклопедия тогда пропадет, да, если шапку надену?
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with...
It's not made up, officer. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Hobby horses. Ничего себе. Hobby horses.
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even. Oh dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Так.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's copo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out telefax. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Почему нет? Отправляй свою телеграмму, мне стыдиться нечего.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course.
Служитель
That
закона.
would be too dramatic.
Интересно, у меня это есть в моем суперсписке. Так, едкое эхо я поставила изучать. Так, а королевство совести, вот оно. Так, а про это ничего. Обычный служитель закона. Угу. Так, надо сохраниться.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket. Oh, thank you, dear. I confess I am glad to see it again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else, sweetie?
You're an enthusiastic idiot.
Как?
But you're still an idiot.
Как можно при 92% внушение провалить? Ну, хорошо. Хорошо. Я возьму вот так. И вот это еще надо прочитать, но это потом.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell
Как
you
он это
about her
считает?
work.
14
Go on and
откуда?
ask.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Ладно, Кима, один маленький криптидик. Клянусь, выставка продажи криптоидов. Супер, мне нравится.
And I don't.
Or he'll be disappointed in you. Ooh, tough choice there.
Капец.
Yes. It's the kind green ape. Half-war story. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. Indeed, there is. It's our, which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners.
Ma'am, you are confusing him.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, though Saelites do have some distinguishing characteristics. Different.
Yes, advantages such as the flakier texture of Zeolite earwax, or so I've heard. Nothing inspires pride in one species, quite like speculative evolutionary biology. Perhaps with
Нет.
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
He nods approvingly.
Так, я без него про
I
криптидов
hope
там.
you were able to. Oh, thank you, dear.
Even the lieutenant.
Now, what else, sweetie?
You know, to hell with it.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in?
Hey, you promised.
The lieutenant, something in him break.
Ah, fuck it.
Well, the answer is yes. The Col de Mama d'Aqua, or Thin Whisper of Sound. And that's precisely what it seems to be. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. It's very afraid. It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. Plenty. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns.
She transforms.
They realized that they sequester, time, just can, like nothing.
Fine, I'll buy.
Many scientists have asked the same. That is, they tried to.
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing.
No, dear. They cancel each other.
Great regret washes over her.
After that,
Of course.
I'm glad you did like nothing.
Fine, I'll.
Many scientists have asked like nothing. It's such a.
Fine, I'll buy.
Many scientists have asked that if they tried to communicate.
This lady.
Exactly.
Great regret washes over her. A wending cloth.
After that,
Of course.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what?
Так, еще 3, но это на потом.
Of course, dear.
Надо к телу пойти. И улики собрать. Полезно поделать.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Так, ну мы ей все вернули. Логики у нас нет.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Who told you that? Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty.
He's exhausted from years of dealing with the...
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
Так, тело ушло.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Что это с ним происходит?
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy?
Кто это?
You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest, if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for... How is that sign cleanup going? Huh? Fuck the police and all that? She said she would clean it.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
То есть она нам не даст ничего от тошноты. Надо было вчера брать, понятно.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Неприятная женщина.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Было же 7 внутренней империи. Да из-за вот этого. Угу. Это из-за книжки. Понятно.
You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it. She shrugs. Almost. It's in there. She's just stonewalling.
Победители по жизни так себя не ведут, гражданочка.
This is about your alcoholism, isn't it? People talk. I have no patience for it. Or pity.
Понятно.
A cheap deflection, but brutal. This did not have the effect you desired, but it did something. She shrugs. It's in there. She's just stonewalling.
I have heard about your medical condition.
A cheap deflection, but brutal. This did not have...
Aggressive. You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, You moral intern lackeys.
Господи.
You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Интересно. Ну, это такой какой-то амбразурный ответ. Наивный ответ. Он вчера не помнил, как его зовут, и сейчас она сильная и стоит на твердых принципах. Понятно. Крутая, прикольная. Это как бы нет сразу. Не принимай так близко к сердцу, зачем навязывать свое мнение. Она и так его уже сформировала достаточно агрессивно и твердо. А тебе ничего, ну, третья, наверное.
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
Почему мы должны куда-то уходить? Потому что она нам об этом говорит. Непонятно вообще. Я уже второй день не пью, так что как бы какие ко мне вопросы? Это я не буду спрашивать. Я тогда даже сохранюсь, спрошу, а потом загружусь.
I've got nothing to say to you. What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway. You junior delinquent.
Зато
But you still
поддали.
did.
The union isn't going to do anything to you.
Uh-huh. Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
А сколько дали? 5? 5. Это стоило того. Весь опыт, весь мой. Маловато, конечно. Это типа... Но на авторитете это никак не сказалось. Вообще никак. Позже. Господи. Так. Что у меня есть? Ничего. Психику, моторику можно, конечно, но здесь вот боевой дух упадет. А нет, получается, по применению 3, значит. В прошлый раз я его использовала. Это почти. Куда ты пошел? Хорошо, будем считать, что так и было задумано. Но бутылок я здесь не вижу, интересно. А, нет, у меня, кстати, пакет в руке. Он ничего не собирает. Не предлагает. Не хочу сейчас разговаривать про союз. А она нам, получается, эту штуку не даст уже, да? кто позвонил, если телефон обрезан. У садовницы или в магазине нашатырный спирт. Садовница нам ничего, видимо, уже не даст.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
А вчера могла. Теперь придется покупать.
Was that? Could it be? The Calder Mama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your... There seems to be. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbour. There it is again. You're about... It must be very close. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist.
No, I don't hear the Koldomama Dakwa, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets. Keep your ears peeled, then.
Господи, что же там за мысль про Мамадаку? Кто это?
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just...
She doesn't really want to be disturbed. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
looking for something to read. It is. I know you are. What with?
This citizen thinks she can do without your assistance. Don't buy it. They all need help.
Кажется, у меня крыша едет авторитета. 5, наверное, это многовато.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Иными словами, вы не знаете, где ваш муж ходит, докапывается ко всем с пакетом.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. No. Why are we still talking?
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
What?
Не знаю, где находится муж. Совершенно нормально. В этом нет ничего постыдного. Нет ничего. Я сам с собой разговаривал. Все в порядке, завязываю.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
No, absolutely not.
Сейчас она скажет, что их нет.
Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Может быть, ну, хотя нет.
What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. There's nothing to worry about.
Если они в Джамроке.
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16.
Королевство совести.
Jenny, she is turning 18 next month.
Всё, она изучила
We shouldn't even be
смысл.
talking about them. Why do you need to know this?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
There is no I don't mean to...
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing. Great. Nothing.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Интересно, это вообще реально? Или у меня крыша едет?
Wonderful. The store is open.
The woman before. Kingdom of conscience.
Красиво.
The kingdom of conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Sent.
Вот, теперь можно логику качать. Нужно еще раз блокировать, но что мне нужно? Так. Мне еще осталось только 6, да? 6. Надо выбрать какие. Надо новое написать.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush.
Все еще мало. Тётка, тётка. Интересно, как к ней? Наверное, в ее комнате.
The The trash containers, the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time.
You see a box falls among the as the leg. Are these the victim's clothes?
Cadaverine odor is faint. Drop them in here, officer. Yes. Guitar marked blue jeans. The belt is missing.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab long...
This is a military type overgarment. Now
the rest of the rags are just...
Alright. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes.
The fuck's...
See? Not really.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back. You pick out a broken mug, only in its... There's nothing more of interest in this sludge of pee. The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. Officer, now that you have your ledger back, it would not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Officially.
Так.
It's the ledger you found, an aluminium block. The surface, it looks like an official mark. Made...
What? Yes, it depends.
How many years you've been on...
Any capable... All RCM vehicles have had...
This means you can read the watermarks. If you...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sat... Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of it...
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I prefer no...
Like a fan of girls, the checkered... Yes. It appears you in... Yes. Others appear... It's going to take an effort to piece these case files.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at... Oh, you mean the... It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM. Again, I pray his loved one. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was...
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end. The task you inspect the victims, interview the cafeteria, a satisfying things to be done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Okay, something more
usual.
They're not going...
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
Furies. Could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name. Great! I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Yes. Yes. Others, it's going to take an effort to piece these case files together. But it can...
Yes, it's a holdover from the early days. Again, I pray his... Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them. It takes about half an hour to piece. This one, the mere true people, the graffito crew is easy to track down. The case, the crew, the 9,000 people subjected to the murals, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is... No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or AKA, you were so... Leslie, the only way for Leslie to stop, you would think, threatening. It's plain to see from the files that... Good. He must, in the process, he can't get out, which is also why the officer responsible. Some assholes brought yes, they were leaving it, cigarette butts, cough. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that it would be, that's all you, who knows? Don't worry, one day. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of thin, see-through copy of a monetary penalized, a tool for these, all in a print so small it could be considered a dozen, color of the irises, the rest of the stinking cellular. It's made of dark blue blue, the blue heart. Something and something the plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to. It's made of dark blue plastic. With your hands, you 4-sized page without resistance or sound. The two octopus. It's slightly ever so the acidic, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi disc. Your nose does not understand what it did wrong.
Так, ну вроде все. С этой кружкой непонятно, что делать. Пока ее оставлю.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just too brutal for you, huh? Kuno fuck your tongue off. Why are you fucking on yourself in front of Kuno? Talk kingdom to Kuno, or fuck off. It's a vitamin pig, yeah?
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno!
You're not get.
Fuck you, pig!
Is it? You got pretty. Don't swear.
He's saying that explains the calluses.
Good call, Pigmeister. Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid. The fuck about it? Kuno's.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should.
Your
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
Так, хорошо.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Stay away from me.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots.
Видимо, только там.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Низкие шансы. Добейстик один.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Черно маловато. Так, а на стойкость у меня ничего нет.
What have you found? And also, a book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of...
Before you say anything, ask yourself. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Может быть, не сдавать пока ей квест, пока я все не узнаю. Но компьютер точно ни при чем.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
This woman's not healthy enough to withstand this level of stress.
Precarious world? Economy? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, it's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will
As she has to, every day. Maybe you were wrong. She's endured for at least...
Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic...
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can you...
Надо, наверное, пораньше. В смысле, побольше еще узнать.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. It's made of... With your hands, you force... It takes about half an hour. Not much.
Так. Блин, не то.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there.
The lieutenant remains silent. But his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
All right, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast break.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's...
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno. The fuck? Yeah? Kuno sees...
I can't hear you, Kuno.
Shit, that...
The kid may have...
Kuno doesn't know...
Stop turning it...
Yeah? Get your... The fuck? Yeah?
I can't hear you.
Ничего нового.
The kid may have...
Kuno doesn't know...
Stop turning into...
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get... Look at that fucked.
The loot...
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't...
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Хорошие штаны. Очень хорошие штаны. 15.
The fuck about it? Your test...
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Ну ладно. Спросить Гарта. Ну и я не стала давать ему всякие штучки.
There he still is, looking right...
Кто-то новенький.
There, working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. No. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve. Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? There's no need. The dented yellow milk.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Officer, the mere sight
Второй
of
день
police
есть
in
бутерброд, никак не
Martinez
доест.
makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
The sight of bullet holes stirs up the faded marks.
Where? There? Those are old. Yes, the one that happened half a century. Not much. I don't have a...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see.
Trying to sneak up.
Видимо, ничего нового.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? What we do? I'm afraid...
She nods.
What we... The Pines, and that is the...
She enjoys talking about the company.
I'm not at liberty...
$1 billion?
Yes, a conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stopped... They started. Centuries of care, deliberate... You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? We built all the best... Before Martin, a company getaway...
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite... The Pale is not...
Yes. Also, I think...
His voice is low.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
Ma'am.
The Lieutenant's...
But she wants to tell you.
Glad to have been of...
Give me a moment. It's better.
And all she gets.
Ask away, policeman. The odd, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others. I don't want to talk about dewaiters. Addicts. All of them. And sometimes I hear them scream. They don't like me cleaning behind their door.
We saw unpaid utility bills. Aren't they going to be evicted?
No one likes them in this building. It's only because of the kids they haven't been thrown out. I don't like talking about those people.
She mumbles some kind of a response. In your hands. Indeed, it would do that. You flip through the book. The back cover. She can't be much. In cold, as ethnic, it would physically hurt you to keep her. They go through a brief and he toils through. She spends the next the memory of their short time spent as life leaves their remains between. The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing. The air in the room is stale.
I'm afraid it is.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock. A groan rises from the man's throat.
Well, judging by the color...
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls.
No, it really doesn't. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but...
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty.
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight. Look, he's trying to communicate. Well...
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair.
No, this man wants...
A pair of half...
Look, he's trying to communicate. Well...
The lieutenant's right.
I think he's still... This man wants...
A pair of half-open...
Look, he's trying... I'm afraid it...
And look, a groan rises from the man's...
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side. We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably. Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body. This door is made of no one answers.
We should return in the evening.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. People come and go. I don't... Oh, I think he studies astrology. Something to do with... That's what I...
The lieutenant. Come on, people. Try to keep up any step.
The hell am I supposed to know? I don't... Addicts. They don't know.
We saw
No one knows. I don't like talking about...
She mumbles some kind.
again, officers. Have you...
I ain't no...
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant.
Oh.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Does anyone...
If there's pain...
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you...
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles can...
Hi, Ace Detective.
A small mountain of colourful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all...
What have you found? A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of...
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the... A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. Its beak slightly... Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species. You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Shelves full of biographies of... This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies. Several maps have... The maps look old and faded. Your eye... This large map, Ozon, in the northeast, radiating outwards. You can... Lost little... The ocean connections to other... 850 million people live on these tiny dots. An oceanic world of culture and... The north coast to the east, Huron. It's so small you can't even see it. No. This is somewhere to be. This is...
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? It's like, whatever, some pretty wild. I've heard talk there's a company They want to keep that money flowing in, man. Anything else? Us lorry driver, not my thing.
What's better than chasing? He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically.
Ah, man. But those...
Just be straight with him.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bell ship.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo. And it gives... Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Old monument, a silver plaque, not a good track. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice? Or why not? What this shows us is...
The king stands high above you. So the woman still has her...
If you want her attention...
Where am I?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of her corner.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic. The men have a small back in meth until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Bueno.
A striking. This man's got...
He was the biggest star of his... Someone was... They are someone's. They're beautiful.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away.
Why not, Harife? Diamond? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I quit con...
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Then it's contraband.
Bad hand. Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
Diamond? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they... I quit con...
She says that as if something
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick.
Then it's
Bad hand. Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled...
Of course not. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. Of course not. The boyadero returns from the western plain a changed man. One night, as he... No. The boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the maigret. The most...
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless down?
She's just a distracted...
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to it.
Oh, Le Monos of...
A terrible...
The Transcatlia Magistral. You for 1A. At Estradas, you're right.
A correct...
Is that all you woke me up to say? And what is that?
Great. He asked the Pines rep about the bail, and now he's talking to everyone about it. Fine then. Just try not to black out again, and don't contemplate. We don't have time for that. That is exact.
No offense. But your partner? Seems like a bit of an idiot.
Republica, a filterless cigarette from Mesk.
Neither is spelled transportation. Life is transitory. Like the smell of liquor, the look on her face, her raw thoughts when you've... What are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It's like looking in... You cannot see it, but... Nothing.
Nostalgia.
In the belly... No, the same one. Yes. They say it's a point you cannot... Maybe you've been... It's a story and dark. And no one knows. I've only felt it in the distance. When I...
There is nothing...
You've fried both your brains enough. Let's get some air.
The woman. Girl child, you hear her say.
Чтобы прокачать такое.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Not before you...
He might have some advice, but...
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Sorry, wiretapping or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Because we don't.
I get it.
Something changes.
All right, I may have... First, don't fight him, obviously.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin narrowly...
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like... Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome? Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that...
Oh, come...
I know exactly, but you see...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a...
The lieutenant
Whatever you say.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up the strike. Apples. Yeah, apples. I take it you had...
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
Странно.
Looking for something? It's not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we occid. So, lately, the problem? The damn kips are showing. It's what the kips of boo. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if good.
Lieutenant Kit. Oh no, not too happy.
Drugs? They're shit, man. You know where they know they.
There's your in. Take his side in this particular fight.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Not in, not out.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think?
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty, is what it is. Oh man, that's great. Look, goddamn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. Isn't it obvious? He's a Samaran guy who just follows the smell.
Yes, yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. His tribe.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not.
Guess so. It's not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know. You might want to. I'm not the only one. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. Open your eyes, haven't you? The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other entrance. It's what the. It's true. Also, you need to realize that then. Go right ahead.
Lieutenant Kitsuragis, not a lot of moral fiber. What happened? Did your balls shrivel up? You had plenty of chances to get off this road, but no, you let this guy. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? So again, it's just a race, but it will not happen. The mug talk is it.
When you said before that you were down.
Well, now you've done it. Let's see if you can talk your way out of this one.
I suppose that's a read. And one more. I've had this conversation.
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere. Okay, don't like.
A colourful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you. Huh?
Of course not.
Ah, what's the point if they don't even sell the good drugs? A colourful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and... Is this about the question? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really...
She looks up from...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? A warehouse?
She scrunches.
Fine. I don't really know any... Uh-huh.
Descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let your...
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. The hardy man. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. Your race descent has only worsened.
Ask what kind of races there are first.
Do you?
The lieutenant.
You are... There are 3 Those are... A receding genetic pool has led the mound. You know them. The mound.
Colorful tassels are...
The other overproduction, as proven by the indigenous people of this. The indigenous people. The land.
Nature was not capable of more.
The koiko.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespias. The revolution came to the revolution. Enough of Tibet. Tips, the F.R. Lesser, the mosquito is born sterile. Then there is the Simino Koiki. The Koik, this way, but enough. It is cruel. You understand nothing. We will.
Access to the Union is important.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
You need to internalize. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss. The unpromising race pupil returns.
How did this happen?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Just like that. The man is... All you hear is a small gurgling. Don't wait. That fighting pose. Watch out. He's expecting...
Oh, damn.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is as you slam your fist on the button.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly...
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go, before...
Надо было, конечно, штанишки снять, было бы эффектнее.
The man is...
Пока, тёчки. Ой,
Knocked him out good. Like, it's that really cool flying desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steps. So, what's on your mind this time?
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead.
Let's talk about our right to work. Honest, we came here.
I have a quick...
You think they follow because we were promised work. We main gates locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or what?
Yeah. I saw your ballerina moves up there.
You caught him off guard. That only happened. Why don't you?
It would be better.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Don't know. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent. Worked at Territorial.
Ring a bell?
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago. What's it to you? No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at We're done here. I have a strike to break.
A lorry stuck. The windows are fumes of heavy. The driver, a large metal pen. The back end of the...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
The hulking man oozes stock.
Hello, compatriote. You have...
On second glance, someone has forgotten.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just...
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of... and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percent. The drawer slides. The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Look how blurry all the
Почему
lines.
92%?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Constant, it appears to be a to-do list written, remember Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is...
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must...
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Remember, Leo, all items on the list have been crossed. The drawer slides shut.
Открытка. Кружка, кружка. Может быть, это та кружка?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone.
Здесь есть телефон. Ой-ой, нет, нет. Ну ладно.
The tarpaulin cloak. As your fingers touch the top, I will shield you from the...
Вместо пальтишка. Внушение, внушение. Ну, мне нормально. Внушение. Логика. Будет логика минус. Нет, логика нам нужна. Нас маловато пока. Визуальный анализ будем непосредственно, когда нужно одевать. Открытки. Авторитет 2. О чем мне трепет? Пока так побегу. Черные тапочки. Так, ладно, пока сохраним на отдельный. И труп, главное, мы не осмотрели, а вернуться не получается. Видимо, этот персонаж очнулся.
The already familiar cold touch of the machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you. It's unclear whether you